In today's episode, I'm giving you the final, one of the most important pieces of the goal setting program, which is about how we're going to take the next step to drive you to some action.
This is how legends are made.
Hi there, and thanks for joining me on today's episode, and I hope you're doing very well wherever you are. As ever, I'm looking to just put together, or hopefully put together, a little package for you about goal setting and taking through some of the steps, the important steps, so you can actually see yourself achieve on what you want, especially going into the new year. As you've gone from previous episodes, is that we've gone through the clear identification of what our goal is, clearly mapping out our options of what that is and all the challenges inside. Next thing is actually which ones are you going to actually go and do? What are you going to go in action? And what I want to give you is a very simple technique. From whatever amount of options you have to achieve your goal, you need to rate them between 1 and 5. Simply work out which ones are the most usable, the ones which will best fit and achieve the goal in whatever time frame you're thinking of. So you're going to go through all those options and choose the one that's going to work for you, scaling it 1 to 5. You're eliminating through a very practical process the ones which probably are least likely to succeed and the ones which are most likely to succeed, and that's where we're going to focus our attention. So we've taken this goal and broken it down into smaller chunks, to the point where we're clear on what the steps will be, and found a way or a couple of ways to see how they're going to be actioned. One of the things that can get in our way when we're goal setting or actioning on goals is procrastination. There's too many ideas, there's too many ways of doing things sometimes. So this is a process that simply breaks that down in a very kind of dry, practical way of assessing each of the options and then choosing one which is most likely to get to the goal you're after. Now, the important part behind this is to recognize that you're just choosing one. If it doesn't work, you've got 4 or 5 other ones to go through. So you're going to choose one, but it's not always going to be the one that may always get you to where you want to be, but it'll get you started. It'll get you at least going. Some of the times we can just kind of say procrastinate and sit and not do because we're feeling overwhelmed. Choosing one, sticking to it, seeing the results, discarding it or modifying it or choosing a new one will at least get you going. It's this particular nub of goal setting which is really important to focus on. Select, choose, act, do, and learn from it. This may be the one choice you make which creates all the answers you need, and that may be great. But if it doesn't get the full success you're after, take what you can from it and then adapt it, or as I say, choose another option, but carry on doing. We're breaking down the overwhelm into smaller chunks. We're actually creating action. Because this is sometimes the biggest nub. All the ideas and suggestions you may have ever heard all boil down to one thing that I can't control, or anyone else can control, and it's what you go and actually do. What activity do you go and create from this? Enough book reading, enough watching videos. It's now about what you're going to go and do. And by reducing or eliminating excuses and reasons down to one particular element, we are so much closer to do it. And what we're left with is you then simply stepping over that kind of threshold and acting on what you want to do. So back to what I was saying, the exercise. Go through all the options you listed for that particular goal. Find them through a grade of 1 to 5, what kind of rating you give them. Discover which one will be the best one for you at that particular time, and discard the rest of the time being, or put them to one side, and act on that one. And go in with the compassion, understanding that you're going to learn whatever happens, whatever result you get from this. You're going to try it and see how it works for you. As I say, if it doesn't, move on to the next one. This is not about getting it right perfect first time. I should do another video about perfection, but for the time being, ignore it being perfect and forget about that. Just go and do. Put to one side the idea that it has to be right. The rightness is in action, not in it being perfect. I mean, take my videos for example. I could wait till I get a better camera, I could wait for better lighting, I wait for loads of different things. But what's more important is simply starting. I've learned so much more in the last 100 episodes about how to compose and put videos together, apart from one from a few days ago, than ever before. And hopefully I'm getting better and more concise and more useful. But I couldn't wait around for that right time to happen. You need to just go, you need to start, you need to go and do. This is a process to help you select and choose that one thing that you can begin that action on and get you to where you want to be. There's a lot in there. Unfortunately, what is effectively a small bit of exercise, but a very pivotal point, because this is the one that's going to see you take the next step. I'll leave you with that for the time being. If there's any questions, please drop me a message and I'll reply to every single one of you. This is a real important exercise. So all the other stuff is kind of nice and fluffy and it's kind of fun in lots of ways, but now we're actually getting to the edge of making a choice on something and deciding and taking action. It may be a little unnerving. If you're feeling there's a struggle or there's a bit of block, drop me a comment and I'll reply to you so we can maybe work through it together. There's always ways to get past the problem. I believe you have the ability to do this. So go off, try this exercise and let me know how it comes along for you. And again, as always, if you feel that you've got some benefit from these videos, please share it with friends, family or community. Or if you think this isn't working for you or there's a problem or there's something wrong in what I'm saying, I'd love to hear from you as well. I love to get any kind of positive feedback and critical feedback so I can improve what I'm doing so you get what you need from any of these videos or podcasts. Okay, so other than that, I'll leave you to your day. Have a fantastic time wherever you are and I'll catch you on the next episode.
This is how legends are made.